everywhere. So.
As I say on my website, there are good people in all ethnicities, and there are bad people in all ethnicities. I am not against any ethnicity. God doesn't give a rip what our ethnicity is. He only cares if we're for or against him. That's all he cares about. Are you with him? Are you against him? So I am not against any group. I am against the bad people in every group. So that's what we have to fight against, because this is not a war between Jews and Gentiles. This is a war between Christ and Satan.
Yes.
And that's what we have to remember, is that this started in the Garden of Eden. And people talk about how Christianity came out of Judaism. No, it didn't. Christianity was the very first religion. It's in Genesis 3, I think it's 3:15, where as soon as Adam and Eve sinned, God promised them a savior. He said to Satan, I will put enmity between you and the woman, which was Eve, between your seed, evil, and between her seed, which was Christ, and it shall bruise your head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. Yes. Christ's heel. Okay, so there is a beginning of Christianity. It was in the Garden of Eden. Yes. Judaism didn't really start.
I like that.
I like this. This is a very beautiful way.
I've never heard that be said like that, but I like that.
Christianity began in the Garden of Eden.
Yes.
All right? And so it was the very first religion.
Yes.
Judaism came from the Pharisees. You know, when Jesus was on earth, the true religion was in the temple. That's where people brought their sacrifices, and Jesus referred to it as my Father's house.
Right.
All right? So that's where God's presence was. Well, across town, the Pharisees, the enemies of Christ who called for his death, were setting up the counterfeit religion.
Yes.
It was the synagogues, where people came in and sat down and heard a sermon by man telling them what to believe about God. All right? So that has continued on with the churches, where people come in and sit down and have a human being tell them what to believe about God. Abraham didn't go to church. Isaac didn't go to church. Joshua didn't go to church. Jeremiah didn't go to church. Moses didn't go to church. Nobody went to church for the first 4,000 years of human history. Nobody went to church. All right?
Yes.
Nobody worshiped God directly, and that's how we should be. There should be nobody in between us and Jesus Christ.
That's right. That's right.
It should be.